It's good to be with you this morning. Welcome to NC State and the 2020 Emerging Issues Forum, ReConnect to Technological Opportunity. And I'd like to also offer a special welcome to those who are viewing online. It's great to have you all with us today. You know, today we're talking about a critical issue to North Carolina. There are a few of us in this room, not many, but a few of us that remember the issue of rural electrification. And there's no question that in America today, the big challenge that we face across our country, and particularly in a rural state like North Carolina, is the ability to connect in every part of our state. This is an issue for economic development, for economic prosperity, and opportunity for all of our citizens across North Carolina. And you know, here at NC State, we've been at this work for a long time. In fact, a few examples, we're working with the ag tech industry in partnership with SAS to work on our ag research stations across the state to help farmers figure out how to crunch data, how to use data and make meaningful decisions, and how to apply fertilizer more accurately, but more importantly, how to use the data revolution to be more skilled in their work. NC State was the first in the country to offer a master's in advanced analytics, in data analytics. And this is a degree that's producing a workforce all over our country that's helping business, local communities, and nonprofits use the power of data to make more critical decisions. And you know, more recently, we're testing drones. If you think about drones right now, the work of a drone, it has to be connected by FFA regulations to the person that's flying it. That is, you have to be able to see it to be able to fly it. The next generation of drones will be connected by a series of wireless towers all over the country and will be monitored by those towers. And at NC State, with the help of the National Science Foundation and community partners all across the region, we're establishing the framework that will allow those drones to do their work, not only for business, but also for agriculture. And we're working with MCNC in towns and counties and broadband providers all across our state to create partnerships that provide broadband to underserved communities to help in educational needs and workforce needs across our state. And we're helping businesses learn how to use technology more effectively. Through our Small Business Technology Development Center and Industry Expansion Solutions, we're helping businesses across the state to learn to harness the power of technology to increase productivity. So, as you spend the day thinking about what your company or your town or your school can do to get more people taking advantage of high-speed internet, I hope that you will keep an open mind. At the end of the day, we need to remember that broadband is just a piece of infrastructure. It's just a bunch of tubes with light flying through it, but it's powerful. And it's powerful for our workforce, it's powerful for our young people across our state for education, and it's an economic transformative engine for North Carolina. And what transforms it into an asset for us? As we spend the day today thinking about how the tool, yes, it's a tool, can serve more people, build new markets, spark new learning, and unleash new potential, I hope that you'll see NC State University as a partner. So let's have a great day. And we're glad that you're all here. And one more thing, go Pack.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Maurice Smith, CEO of the Local Government Federal Credit Union.
Good morning. Thank you, Chancellor Woodson, for your remarks. I feel like I ought to say go Pack too, shouldn't I? I mean, the right location for this. So I'm Maurice Smith, the CEO of Local Government Federal Credit Union and a member of the National Advisory Board for the Institute of Emerging Issues. I am absolutely delighted to be here this morning with you. Welcome to the Emerging Issues Forum, ReConnect to Technological Opportunity. We're going to spend a full day talking about communities, schools, businesses, and institutions, how they can best leverage access to high-speed internet for community and economic well-being. Every year since 1986, the Emerging Issues Forum has brought together hundreds of people to focus on a single complex issue facing our state. Today we are about at the halfway point of our ReConnect North Carolina Forum series, examining the root causes of our disconnections within and across our state. There's a slide here that's going to be shown for you that shows the topics and locations of forums in this series. You can also find more information on IEI's website. Now, we are honored you would join us today in person. It's delighted to see all of you here. We welcome viewers from across the state watching on North Carolina Public Media, which some of you will remember as UNC TV. Our discussions are being live streamed also on the internet to anyone who wants to tune in. We also have about 60 pastors and faith leaders in the room. Welcome to you. Your conversation and your voice as part of this discussion is absolutely imperative. We hope that you will participate in all of the discussions. IEI has put together what I think you will find is a thought-provoking program that showcases different perspectives and opportunities for audience participation. Each of you bring an expertise or knowledge that will help us explore the best solutions to these challenges. We hope you always share your experiences and learn from the others in the room. The forum will be better if all of us participate. To help remind you of what this looks like, IEI has included forum norms in the agendas placed at your tables. So now I'm going to go off script here for a moment, which may make the folks in the back there a little nervous. So I work for a financial institution, a credit union, and we serve members across the entire state of North Carolina. Contrary to what my kindergarten teacher taught me, I'm going to be selfish today. I need to hear from all of you and your ideas on how we reconnect and we help our North Carolinians. Because today, financial services are increasingly being delivered by way of internet, mobile, and online platforms. If we want to serve all of our members throughout the state, we need to have the infrastructure in place so that the egalitarian approach of serving everyone equally is realized. So I'm counting on all of your voices here to help us figure this out. It's critical for our organization, it's critical for the citizens of the state, it's critical for North Carolina. Now I'm back on script. Okay. So let's take a few moments. I want to take a few moments here for a few shout outs. We want to acknowledge the contributions of several people who've helped get us here. I want to recognize the elected officials who are present. Thank you for your commitment of time. We know there's a number of things you could be doing this morning and this day, but you've decided to be here to be a part of this conversation. Thank you for your attention. IEI's National Advisory Board members. I serve with a group of colleagues who are dedicated to this work. I'm proud to be in their midst. The steering committee members for providing oversight and support across all ReConnect North Carolina forums. But last but not least, we want to salute and applaud the advisory council members who provide expertise and insight that helped us shape today's agenda. Now, please join me in thanking the steering and advisory council members for their advice and support here today. Once again, thank you all for being here. I know we are going to have a great day. So now join me in welcoming Leslie Boney, Director of the Institute of Emerging Issues, for his remarks here at the stage. Thank you all.
Good morning, everybody. It is a great day. We're very excited about what's about to happen. Thank you, Maurice. We are honored to have you as part of the advisory board for the Institute for Emerging Issues, and we're honored to be part of NC State University. Thanks to all of you who are here today. You are, in case you don't know yourself, business and community leaders. You are elected officials. You are people from faith, farm, and philanthropy. And there are thousands more of you that we can't see but are listening and watching on TV and via live stream. As Maurice mentioned, this is the fourth of 6 forums that we are having that are all about reconnecting North Carolina. We are a nonpartisan public policy organization based at NC State that is charged with bringing people together across lines of divide to take on public policy challenges. We try to bring people together across sector, across geography, across income, across race, across political lines. The topics that we are taking on came from a crowdsourcing effort where we asked the people of North Carolina what they thought were the biggest issues facing North Carolina over the next 5 years. And what they identified was a series of disconnects, things that they thought we could get better. And they have to do with community, with rural-urban issues, with economic opportunity, with health challenges, which is our next topic, and today's topic, technological opportunity. On today's forum stage for the next few hours, you'll have a chance to wrestle with, and we hope you will help us with, two big questions. First, if we had unlimited access to high-speed internet, what opportunities would that connection provide for our communities? What's the range of stuff that we could do? Second, how can we start planning now to make sure that all North Carolinians benefit? What should we start working on? During the forum, we're going to explore, and we want you to think about, what communities can do to leverage high-speed internet in an equitable way that benefits people across the community. We'll start with the why. Why does this matter? And throughout the day, we're going to be getting examples of why. Here are just a couple of partial answers just to get us warmed up. A recent study by Amazon and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce shows that rural businesses in North Carolina could add an additional $1.9 billion to their local economies if they were able to take full advantage of the power of technology. Another study by the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service shows that adoption of high-speed technology would save farmers water and energy costs and improve productivity by an average of 1.75%. Now, if you're outside the farming world, that may not sound like a helpful margin. If you're inside the farming world, you know how narrow those margins are and what an additional 1.75% in productivity would do for you. But it can also help young people do their homework at home. It can help their parents work or learn from home. It can help the elderly stay safe and healthy. There's a lot we don't agree on right now in Washington and Raleigh, but we know that the leaders of our state agree on this, that broadband is an economic imperative. Here are just some of the things that people have said, and you won't have time to read all of these, but trust me, it is a cross-section of people in North Carolina who have made critical points about the value and importance of having high-speed internet that is available and accessible and people know how to use. This is from Senator Richard Burr. Expanding high-speed broadband access to rural communities is essential if we want to continue North Carolina's economic competitiveness and growth. This from G.K. Butterfield, Congressman G.K. Butterfield from the 1st District. The lack of access to broadband is especially detrimental for those communities suffering from job disparities and in need of economic resurgence. And I think what you'll learn today is that those communities that are suffering from the lack of access are not exclusively in rural areas. There are plenty of people in central cities that are having trouble being able to afford that access, and it's holding them back. A couple of definitions. Internet access is the ability of individuals and organizations to connect to the internet using computers and other devices. That's internet access. Internet adoption is the percentage of the population that subscribes to a broadband service. Let's be clear. As Chancellor Woodson said, broadband is a tool, not a solution. You have to know how to use the tool if it's going to make a difference in your life. This forum is going to be focusing on broadband usage, adoption, and the barriers to adoption in the state. We hope to bust some assumptions during this forum. First, that it's not just a rural issue. And second, that while we love our smartphones and they are helpful, they are not the answer. We hope that we can convince you of that during the course of the day. This forum is not about technology so much as the opportunity that technology provides. It's not about getting broadband access or improving the quality of service. Those are really important issues, and we will talk about them briefly as part of this forum. But today we're going to focus on the opportunities that exist when broadband is available, accessible, and adopted. We would not be able to be here today without our sponsors, and we are honored to have them. Our legacy sponsors are UNC TV and the North Carolina channel. They're responsible for streaming and televising this forum statewide and have been tremendously helpful. Many of you may have seen the special about the ReConnect series that they aired last week. On the connector level, we are honored to have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hold on just a second. Went a little too fast. On the builder level, the local government federal credit union. On a connector level, Duke Energy Foundation, Ed NC, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. And finally, at the cultivator level, the Wells Fargo Foundation. Please thank all these sponsors that are sponsoring the entire series. Next is a group of sponsors that is primarily responsible for this forum today. That is the Duke Endowment at a platinum level. They're particularly helpful in bringing together members of the faith community from across the state, who we believe have such an important role to play in reconnecting North Carolina. Our silver sponsors, AT&T of North Carolina, Google Fiber, and the Public Consulting Group. Finally, our bronze sponsor, Capital Broadcasting Company, Inc. We depend on our sponsors and our attendees, that's you, for the majority of our support. If you like what you learned today, please write down a day when you can provide special support to IEI or any other part of NC State. It's the second annual NC State University Day of Giving, and it is all day, literally from 12:00 until 11:59 on March 25th, 2020. That's a day when we'd be especially grateful for your support. Just go to dayofgiving.ncsu.edu.